Hi there, welcome to the next section of the video blog series on improving profitability. We're still looking at conversion rate, and I'm going to be talking about your unique selling proposition, or USP as we call it. Essentially what your USP is the way of communicating to your target market what's different about you compared to your competition. If your prospect doesn't clearly understand what differentiates you, in their mind it's going to come down to money, whoever can do it the cheapest. So your job as a marketer is to help them understand what differentiates you and what's in it for them to be able to pay that little bit more, or even just to choose you over them. So I'm going to give you a couple of steps here to follow. Number one is clearly understanding who your target market is, because your USP should be as specific as possible, and that message will only resonate best with a certain target market. You might have different USPs for different target markets, but knowing who you're trying to talk to is extremely important. I mean, as a case in any marketing. Target market is number one. Number two, start to understand from the people who have bought from you already, why did they buy from you? And what was it that made them choose you over your competitors? They'll start to give you some insight as to what some of the common themes might be. Then take a look at your competition and what are they doing to position themselves in the market or to make themselves look different. A point I should make here is that your uniqueness does not have to be real. It can be just perceived. An example is we have a client that is in healthcare, and the process they use to get someone better is pretty much the same as everybody else, but they've marketed at the 5-step process to guaranteed results. So while they're actually doing something very similar to everyone else, there's a perceived difference because they've labeled what they've done in a systematic way that makes them sound different. So once you've done that, you've looked at your target market, you've asked your existing customers, you've looked at your competition, you should start to see some themes of where you might differentiate from your competitors. So start to think about what that might be, put some ideas down on paper. Once you've got some themes that seem to resonate, the idea is then to wrap that up into one sentence that you can easily articulate to your target market. Once you've got that, you might need to play around with a few different solutions, bounce that off some customers that you can talk to easily, try it out in your sales process and see what sort of reaction you get, ask friends and family who understand the mindset of your customers, and start to see if you think it's got some traction or not. If it is, start to incorporate it into some of your marketing and continue to test and measure. The idea is that you should just start to see an emotional response from the person you're talking to, and then you know you're on the right track. But unless you can clearly articulate what that difference is or what's in it for them to buy from you versus your competition, you're always going to be competing on price, and that's a tough way to make money. So there you go. There you have it. Good luck, and wish you all the best.